What's going on, everyone? This is Matt, SqueakyCleanAir, and today we're going to start out a multi-part series on bagging Nick's Model 3 Tesla on SqueakyCleanAir. Stay tuned. Alright, so we had to do a little bit of an interior redesign here, meaning I had to take the Civic out from the four-post, which is over here. I put the Tesla on the four-post. The GS is resting right now underneath. It's snowing right now, so I'm not going to be working on the Tesla. We're going to get ready on the Tesla. One thing very important about the Tesla, you cannot just sort of put it on any kind of a lift. It needs to be not a specialized lift, but it needs to be a lift that will allow you to, for example, extend these posts over here, which we can because the mount points are right there. And what happens, you got little pucks that you can order off the internet. There's a little hole in there. There's pucks that will go in there, and I'll show you guys as I start working on the Tesla how it works. But you put the puck in there, and then you put it right over this this post, which is your lift, or the four-post lift. Come with these jacks that allow you to sort of lift it safely. I thought about doing it on the mid-rise scissor lift, which is my favorite lift that I do majority of the air installations on, or sort of research or whatever that we need to do for the brand. But unfortunately, the pucks would be over here, and these are not really safe jacking points. I know a lot of these mid-rise scissor lifts tell you that, you know, the lift is, you can extend it with these posts, but I don't trust this. So this is the main core of the lift, so I do it. But when I put the Tesla Model 3 on it, it doesn't fit. So a recommendation, if you guys are going to be doing and you know, setting up or starting to do your own suspension work on the Tesla Model 3, it's probably a better idea to give it to a professional, or you can use jacks according to the manual, but you'll be able to sort of jack it with the pucks that go into these little holes that are in here, which I'm going to talk about. You know, I'll show you guys once I actually have it and I begin working on it, which is going to be probably tomorrow, and that way you'll be able to know where do you actually place the jacks, pucks. There's a little hole in there to be able to safely lift it, you know, because the whole idea here is we're trying to protect the batteries which are underneath here. So you didn't just want to put it on any kind of a lift and destroy, you know, the electronics that are underneath, because we all know that the battery is on the floor. So you want to sort of adhere to manufacturer recommendations and lift it up with the puck. So I decided to work on it on the four-post just because it'll be a lot easier for me to work on, and I have the flexibility, of course, of having two posts. But word to the wise, if you're going to be doing and kind of lifting it up, probably get yourself a four-post or have you know, Tesla sort of approved lift. This can handle a Tesla easily, no problem. So we're going to work on it. So will not work on a mid-rise scissor lift. Probably not a good idea to work on a Tesla on a mid-rise scissor lift. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. A little bit of interior decorating here. A little bit about the Civic. It's about 90% painted. I just got to paint these quarters over here, and then the door, and then the mirror. The front fender is already painted. That's how you can see, you know, there's wrap and there's paint. You can see the depth in paint, you know. And as I said, the Nardo Gray, which is what this is the Avery Nardo Gray, is actually Mazda Smolder Gray, which is an OEM color. So the fenders. And these are right straight off the gun. You know what I mean? This is straight off the gun. I did not have a chance to polish them just yet. I will cut it and buff it and give it a nice buff once everything is done. Once I do the doors, the mirror, the roof needs to be filled in. There's a bunch of dings, so I need to do a nice float coat on the roof. The roof we're going to do metallic black, and I'm going to finish up the rest of the paint. So a little bit of an interior decorating in order to make sure that the Tesla fits safely and I can begin working on it. I can't wait to start up on it. Soon this is going to be slammed to the ground. We're going to do a nice, cool little frunk setup for this car. And I can't wait to share it with you guys. So stay tuned to the channel. And this camera has terrible zoom. All the A series Samsungs have terrible zoom. I hate them. I'm probably going to get a regular S eventually. And SqueakyCleanAir out. Okay, so we began working on the Tesla. Remove the fronts. Probably a good idea to remove the shields from the inside, because the shield from the inside will also showcase the tunnel where you're going to run the lines. We're going to run the lines from the rear to the front, because there's a lot of little nicks and crannies where you can run the lines and they converge, because most of these setups are done in the front. So that's what we're gonna do. This front, very simple. Remove this bolt. You need to remove it, otherwise this won't slide out. This will allow you to lower the whole assembly. Remove these from the assembly so you don't drag on the, I believe, speed sensor that's in here. Remove the sway bar end link, and then from the bottom you guys can remove the shock. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it from the top. So I'm going to open up the front, remove the cover, and then I'll be able to access it, and then I'll be able to slide out the front factory struts. So the fronts are pretty simple to change. We're gonna get the SqueakyCleanAir Performance air struts. We're gonna seal the lower threads as always, obviously because this is a winter-driven car. We want to make sure that we have full adjustability when he needs to. So that's the progress so far. Stay tuned.